Kalimera, good morning. So today we're going to speak about innovation or elimination. You all know what's in common between the following brands, right? The BlackBerry and the Blockbuster and Agfa and Yahoo and MySpace, you probably forgot them, and Netscape. All of them have been disrupted. This was the headline of the Forbes not that many years back. In 2007, 1 billion customers, Nokia, can anyone beat the cell phone king? You know the answer, right? And at that time, Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer was interviewed 6 months before releasing the first iPhone to the market. This is what he said. Take a look, it's really short. Just a second. We just need the audio, please. We tested it before, it worked. Let's see.
What was your first reaction when you saw that?
$500 fully subsidized with a plan? I said, that is the most expensive phone in the world, and it doesn't appeal to business customers because it doesn't have a keyboard, which makes it not a very good email machine. Now, it may sell very well or not. We have our strategy. We've got great Windows mobile devices.
Okay.
Right now, we're selling millions and millions and millions of phones a year. Apple is selling 0 phones a year. In 6 months, they'll have the most expensive phone by far ever in the marketplace. And let's see, what's the expression? Let's see how the competition goes.
He probably regrets this interview, right? And we don't need to go to 2008. We can talk about 2.5 years back, a startup has challenged Google, the giant. ChatGPT, OpenAI, challenged Google. Who could imagine that? I really don't know whether Google is the Blockbuster of our time and OpenAI or another one is the Netflix of our time. But what I definitely know to tell you is that we always need to keep one eye open toward what's going on in the technological ecosystem. And in order not to be surprised like they did. And when you're asking the ChatGPT whether AI is going to replace us as individuals, the answer is very nice. The one that will replace us is the one that knows how to use Gen AI, how to use AI tools. So we better know how to use these new technologies. And everyone wants to work for companies like these or to get a service from companies like this, and it can happen only with technology. AI has a huge impact on almost any field, on almost any vertical. As you can see here, on IT, on finance, on customer sales, which is relevant for you, operations, HR, marketing, legal, supply chain, everywhere. AI is everywhere with a huge impact and very, very fast. And those that know how to leverage, how to use AI, makes more money, 25% more in their salary, rather than those that don't know how to use AI tools. So each and every one of you and your employees, you better know how to use these AI tools because it will pay off. But it's not easy to tell a successful leader of a company or even of a government, to tell them that if they will not keep on doing, most of the CEOs, most of the decision makers, most of the leaders tend to think that if they will keep on doing tomorrow what they did yesterday, it's going to be enough. And this is a big no. In a time of rapid change, you cannot keep on doing tomorrow what you've been doing yesterday. It's not enough. You constantly need to change your habits and the way you run your business. How many people are here have been using Base 44, for example? How many people here have heard about the application of Base 44 or an application called Lovely? All of you know what ChatGPT is. All of you are using it. But Base 44, I want to tell you about. That's an Israeli app. And when you want to build a website, for example, what are you doing? You hire a designer, a content provider, right? And a programmer. It takes probably a few months, and it costs a lot of money. With these apps that are relying on AI technology, you can build by yourself a website for almost zero amount of money in 30 minutes. Write it down, test it after my pitch, please. BASE 44, B-A-S-E 44, all lovely. These tools, you'll be amazed. No need for designers, no need for content provider, no need for programmers. Very fast, everyone can do that. And if you feel kind of hesitating whether to try it or not, give it to your kid. They will teach you in 30 minutes how to use it. By the way, that's a very good way to handle all these technologies. Always let it to the kid. They will learn it, they will teach you. I do it all the time. In a time of crisis like the COVID, that's the best time for innovation. That's the best time where new ideas are coming. And we are living in a time of crisis, in a time of challenge. The Trump tariff, for example, is a true challenge for all exporters, for example. They have to adopt more and more technologies in order to remain competitive, in order to reduce their costs. It's going to happen only by implementing new technologies. That's the only way to be more efficient. Firing people is not the way to be more efficient. Implement more and more technologies. And in a time of crisis, we see more and more ventures that are being built. For example, these brands have been created during the big recession of 2008. And it's not going to take us that many years till we find those companies that have been invented during the COVID time or during our time, till they will become unicorns. Because technology these days allows us to move faster than ever. Before many years back, like 5 years back, technology was an obstacle. These days, technology is an enabler. It allows us to move fast. For the telephone of Graham Bell, it took 75 years to reach 50 million users. How much time it took ChatGPT to reach 100 million users? 2 months only. Just to compare, for Spotify, it took 55 months. So technology is here for you to use. Use it. And when you're asking leaders around the world what kind of technologies are going to lead the market, 86% tell you it's AI, and 58% tells you it's robots. So these are the leading technologies for the years to come. And many people are bothered whether we're going to lose many jobs. So yes, few jobs we are going to lose, but in total, many jobs are going to be created, new jobs. So in total, we're going to have more jobs than before, thanks to technology. We just need to use it. Before the COVID crisis, McKinsey had a forecast that by 2030, 50% of our occupations will become irrelevant. Just with the example I gave you 5 minutes back with that BASE 44 app, you understand that many occupations are being challenged these days. How many people are here have been trying Notebook LM, for example? Did you try Notebook LM? This is an app provided by Google that allows you with many features, but one of them is to put content into the platform, and in a few minutes, it turns the content into a podcast, a very professional podcast. You have a lot of content, a lot of marketing content. Imagine that you upload it to the platform, and in 5 minutes, you get a podcast that you can send to your clients, to your customers, to your suppliers, to whoever is surrounding you. And it works in every language, and it's for free. So after this session, please try this tool as well, Notebook LM. In a time of crisis, we know that after the crisis, a lot is going to remain different. We changed our habits. Think about COVID. We changed our habits. after the COVID, we don't get back to old habits. We keep on with the new habits. So a time of crisis is a time to integrate those technologies that would allow us to keep on with the new habits. During the COVID crisis, for example, we learned that our clients, everyone, our employees, everyone is online, so we need to communicate with them online. And the time of crisis like we are living in is the best time to rethink in a creative way about new solutions, how to change the way we run our business. I want to tell you something. Everyone is very smart. All of us know how to make it better. The challenge is the execution part. This is the real challenge. So put some time into that and execute those new ideas, because we've been learning during crisis time that the more a company relies on technology, it is more flexible to handle crisis in the future. And we'll definitely have more crises in the future. We just need to get prepared to that with more and more technologies. And when you're asking leaders, CEOs around the world, 83% of them name innovation as a top 3 priority. Over 85% are about to increase their budget for innovation. And when you want to differentiate yourself from your competitor, it's always with technology. This is what McKinsey said, so I cannot compete. I mean, I can say nothing. If they say it's true, trust them. And this is a headline from a few weeks back, from April. Read it. That's the truth. He was brave enough to say the truth. He is not going to hire anyone when an AI can do the same job. So we need to face reality. We cannot ignore it. Till a few years back, the leading methodology was internal innovation in order to remain relevant. But these days, the best way to remain relevant is not internal innovation. Is not developing something inside in our house. And the main reason for that is because we don't have the time. Everything is moving very fast. We don't have the time to develop internally. We don't have the time to invent the wheel. Someone else already did it. We just need to use it. And the opposite of internal innovation is external innovation. External innovation, open innovation, is the understanding that there are many smart people outside our company, and we need to collaborate with them. Because they already invented the wheel. They already invented what we need. We don't need to invent something from scratch. And these people, those smart people that are not working for us, they are not working in our company, they work in academy, in other companies, and many of them in startups. So we need to be more open-minded in order to work and integrate these new technologies that have already been developed. We just need to open our mind and work with them. And this methodology of external innovation, of open innovation, is the best ROI, return on investment, with the lowest risk comparing to any other way to remain relevant in a crazy time. And we are living in a crazy time where the change is insane. What's in common between these brands and these brands? All of them are Israeli unicorns. All of them. Israeli companies that grew from a startup to a unicorn that's worth over 1 billion euro. And what's in common between these brands and together over 500 multinationals like these are running open innovation, this external innovation in Israel, in order not to be surprised by their competitor. Because the main threat for your business are your competitors. And if your competitors are using cutting-edge technology, they will move faster. They will do it more efficiently. You have to. There is no other alternative to open your mind, spare some time, and use these technologies and know what fits your business. In order to make it happen, you have to make your door, your business door, an attractive one to those smart people that are working in startups. Make the ecosystem in social networks, in other places, know that you are with cutting-edge technology, that you are open-minded, that you are using those technologies. Once you do that, the miracle will happen. Those entrepreneurs will come and knock on your door before they do so with your competitors. In Israel, there is a very special, unique ecosystem, not thanks to the numbers that you see on the screen. There are similar numbers in other ecosystems around the world. What makes the ecosystem unique is the fact that even competitors collaborate. Ecosystem players are collaborating. They are sharing know-how. And when you share, everyone moves faster. And when you're looking for a solution in a certain domain, all you need to do is to go to either ChatGPT or Google and ask for an ecosystem map in a certain domain. This is what you get when you're looking for technologies, startups in the construction and property technology. Every little icon here is a startup, an Israeli one, and these are only the leading one within this ecosystem. And this is what you get for cyber, this is what you get for digital marketing, this is what you get for energy technology, IoT, retail, startups that help to combat the COVID-19, AI. We have only one option in order to continue with the lecture. You have to say, wow. These are the leading Israeli startups in the domain of artificial intelligence. These are only the leading one. So if you want me to continue, you have to say, wow. Thank you very much. When your startups and entrepreneurs are coming to you, they want to test their technology. They want to run a pilot with you. If you will run a pilot with a startup, you will get their technology for a very low amount of money before your competitors. It's a win-win. It's a win-win for both. So how to do it right? First of all, you need to have a strong commitment from decision makers, from those that take decisions within your company. And if you don't have people with strong experience in technology, bring an advisor, someone that can help you to know what happens out of your door. Otherwise, you are walking like blinded people. You have to have someone next to you, either as a board member or advisor or whatever, to tell you what's out there. Because in order not to be surprised, because when you know better, you perform better. And by the way, according to research, when you adopt innovation, your valuation, your company valuation is higher than competitors. Tip number 2. Have someone within your company that is the one in charge of bringing new technology. Someone that is the one that startups approach. Tip number 3, share your challenges on social networks. Tell the ecosystem what bothers you. What are the challenges? The magic will happen. Entrepreneurs will come with solutions to your challenges. It happens all the time. Hire people only with the fear of missing out. Curious people. Not people that are motivated by ego. Because people that are motivated by ego, risking the future of your company. Tip number 5, be always with open-minded to new startups, to new technologies, to something new. Don't come with reasons why it's not going to happen. Otherwise, your company is going to look like that. You want your competitor to look like that. When you see something new, try to think positively, why, yes, we want to test this technology. Otherwise, you're going to look like that. Tip number 6, treat startups, treat entrepreneurs as partners. They're not suppliers, they are your partners. Tip number 7, budget. Yes, you need budget for innovation. No, it's not a lot of money. A pilot with a startup might cost you a few thousands of euros. You can afford that. Tip number 8, run as many pilots as possible. Don't measure it at the beginning with return on investment. Tip number 9, you want to get equity in a startup? Pay for that. Don't expect them to give it for free on behalf of testing the technology. Tip number 10, minimize bureaucracy. And also, it's very important to measure innovation. I want to sum up by telling you that we are living in a very unique time, very special time. On one hand, we have many, many crises, like the Trump tariffs, like we had the COVID, and we have other crises around the world that impact every industry. On the other hand, we have a lot of cutting-edge technology. The combination between a crisis and cutting-edge technology is like a miracle. Take an advantage out of it. I want to finish my presentation by sharing with you an example, it's going to be very short, of the power of AI. Bridgewise is an Israeli startup that allows you, I guess you invest in stocks, right? In the stock exchange, you buy some stocks. I don't know how you take decision whether to buy a stock or to sell a stock. But with this technology, you get an AI analyst that analyze in real time 50,000 stocks around the world. And they tell you, after these analytics on all these companies, whether to buy the stock or to sell the stock. Please scan it. I will share with you in a minute a link with a username and password to use for free for the coming days to check whether your investments are the right one or not. And you will see the power of AI like you haven't seen before. Thank you very much.